Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your Vibe mentor. Let's talk today about the secret to receiving, when to act versus when to wait so that you can manifest with ease. I grew up in a religious home where I was taught that I was broken, I was bad, I was a sinner and shameful, and I should hope and pray that I would be saved. And the message was clear: pray, surrender, and wait for God to move. And the times when I did take action, it came from a place of unworthiness or an attempt to prove myself, to earn my value, to somehow be able to deserve the life that I dreamt of. But no matter how hard I worked, I hit an invisible glass ceiling. I was running from a belief that I wasn't worthy. And so I could never fully receive more. But of course, it was at a subconscious level and below my conscious awareness. Like you're doing all the right things, but something inside of you still holds you back. You're working hard, manifesting, praying, but the breakthrough isn't coming yet. The missing link isn't more hustle, and it's not about surrendering everything to the divine either. It's about knowing when to act and when to wait, when to trust. And the key to discernment is somatic trauma spotting. You see, your nervous system is the bridge between action and surrender. It is also the deciding factor of whether or not you are in contraction or expansion. And when trauma is stored in the body, it creates resistance and fear and subconscious blocks that keep you in survival mode, a very contracted state that is not able to receive. Either you're hustling to prove your worth, or you're waiting in fear, frozen and afraid to claim your desires. Somatic trauma spotting rewires this, and it regulates your nervous system, heals stored trauma, and connects you to the divine guidance that will lead to the very dreams and desires of your heart. This isn't just about healing. It's about expansion and becoming your highest self. It's about truly quantum leaping into the life that you were meant for. And if that creates any resistance for you, I know, trust me, I did not believe in quantum leaping for the longest time until I utilized somatic trauma spotting. The key is understanding the co-creation formula, knowing when to act and when to surrender, when you are in contraction and when you are in reception. So how do you find the balance between action and surrender? There is no fixed formula because it is based on where you are in your journey and also your state of physical being. But here's a framework to help you navigate it. Calling in clarity and setting the intention is 50% your role and 50% the divine. You have to know what you desire, set a clear intention, and make sure it comes from a place of belief instead of fear or lack or trauma. Make sure it's a dream of thriving and not just surviving. For example, maybe you desire a fulfilling career. Your role is to align with it, to clear your limiting beliefs and do the inner healing work so that you can claim you're worthy of it. But it's also 50% the divine, because the desires on your heart were put there to guide you towards your purpose. So it's important to be able to utilize the body to feel into what is aligned for you. What is your heart's true desire versus what is just a survival dream? Next is taking divinely inspired action. This is 40% your role and 60% the divine. The universe moves when you do, but it isn't about grinding. It's about taking action that feels aligned and expansive instead of forced. For example, if you want a new career, you don't just pray for it. You apply, you network, you develop your skills. Take the action that you intuitively feel led to, but also take the practical action. Notice when you're coming from a place of lack and activated nervous system. That might be the time when you need to take a step back and do the inner work. But know that the divine speaks to you through your thoughts, through your desires, through the things you know you need to do, and also in those moments when you meditate and call in guidance. But it needs to be both, not one or the other. And then there's the surrender and trust piece. That is 10% you and 90% the divine. This is the hardest part, where you have to let go and allow the divine timing to unfold. Letting go of the how and the when, remaining in absolute certainty that it is already done, that it's only a matter of time. Managing your thoughts and watching the beliefs that pop up, doing the inner work with the trauma spotting to remove those beliefs and close those stress responses so that you can reprogram your subconscious. Flooding your gates, your eyes, your ears with belief and affirmation until you feel it is so true in your body, nothing else is possible. And this is when you begin to start to move like the person who already has it, and you are stepping into that new identity while the divine handles the rest. For example, you applied for that dream job, and instead of worrying, you trust. You stay in belief, knowing that what is meant for you will come. And if it's not this, it's something even better. Yes, it's true. We've been taught to pray and wait, but the truth is the divine moves through us. We open ourselves to the opportunity by meeting the Creator halfway. And that's why 90% of the work is our responsibility. But that doesn't mean pushing or forcing or overworking. It means working with the divine, not against it. I like to use the analogy of a parent helping a child learn how to walk. You don't move their legs for them. You just hold space for them. Keep them safe, but allow them to fall and to learn how to do it themselves. But here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Sometimes the ratio shifts. When you're in deep alignment, things flow effortlessly, and it might feel like 80% surrender and 20% action. But during major transformations, you might have to apply more effort, and then it might feel like 70% action and 30% surrender. In those moments where you feel disconnected and stuck or in resistance and things are just not moving for you, you might be called to 90% action and 10% surrender. I don't know about you, but in those times where I feel like I'm calling in guidance and it's just not coming and it's just not coming, that's the time where I'm being asked to move. Take action, to take back power and authority over my life. So coming back to the original question of how do I know when is it time to act versus when is it time to wait? Here's my top 3 tips. If you're feeling fear or resistance or doubt, take action. This is your ego trying to keep you small or protect you and keep you safe. Number 2, if you're feeling ease, trust, flow, perfect. Surrender. You are in the flow. The timing is aligning for you. And number 3, if you really feel stuck and doors are not opening for you despite your effort, that is a time to realign. Your direction may need a shift. Stop trying to force or control or manipulate and make things happen. And this is why it is so important to utilize the body and the somatic trauma spotting, because it is the greatest discernment tool that will help you step into your future. It teaches you how to read your body's signals so that you know when it's time to step forward and when it's time to let go. Remember, the body is divine. The body is the temple of the spirit. God eternal within the body is written on the codes of your DNA. The body keeps the score. The brain is often the last to know. So no more forcing, no more waiting and uncertainty. You will feel the answers within you. And when you clear the trauma from your nervous system and your body, you will start to hear more clear guidance more frequently. And this is what allows you to step into that place of flow. Manifestation becomes easy and effortless because you're no longer depleted from fighting and protecting old wounds, forcing, manipulating, or trying to make things happen. You start attracting wealth, success, love, all the things. Not because you worked harder, but because you finally became the version of you who could receive it. This isn't just about healing trauma. It's about expanding and stepping into your highest expression, your divine mission, and the abundance that is your birthright. Somatic trauma spotting is the missing piece for heart-centered leaders, visionaries, and impact-driven entrepreneurs who are ready to finally unlock their magic. If you're feeling called to this, if you know this is your next step, then I invite you to take action, not from a place of fear or lack or pressure, but from that deep inner knowing that you are ready to heal, ready to expand, ready to step into the limitless creator that you know you were made to be. If that's you, comment below, I'm ready, if this resonated for you. And if you want to go deeper, you want to learn how to manifest this for yourself, then click the link below. Your next level is waiting for you, and it's time to meet your highest self and your highest timeline. I have all sorts of resources for you below. There's free resources, there's do-it-yourself courses, or there's one-to-one support. And if you need more help with this, wondering, why is my manifestation not working yet? Check out this most recent video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. And I'm sending you love.